Hello, all my people out there in YouTube land. Um, when I am around Wi-Fi, I usually try and get some content out to you guys. Um, but I've been kind of struggling with what to do with it this time. So I thought, since I've been going through the temp racket kind of thing, I wanted to sort of discuss one of the sort of main kind of problems that because I think I did a video on the positives and the negatives of working for a temp slash recruitment agency. They're essentially the same thing these days. Um, but there's one aspect of that I want to hone in on, and that is the so let's say that you take you take some warehouse job, right? And that warehouse job pays like 17.50 an hour. Okay. Well, I mean, Bernie Sanders and the powers that be are kind of like on that side of the fence, or they've been trying to get the minimum wage to $17 an hour for a long time now. So, that's already not going to be enough. I mean, maybe if you are single and you live very minimally and cheaply, you might be able to get by on that these days. Uh, but there's this other conundrum that happens. If you got a job at, say, a big box retail store like your Walmart, your Winco, your, whatever, they would tell you that you have a 90-day probation to get through, and that at the end of that 90-day probation, you will get some more benefits and you'll become a permanent employee, right? So you get hired at Walmart, technically for the first 90 days, you're a temp, okay? You get hired at Winco for the first 90 days, you're technically a temp, right? After that 90-day probation period, you go temp to perm. Um, this is not usually spelled out with a temp assignment. Uh, in fact, as I mentioned in my last video, Citigroup was the only temp assignment I've had thus far that had a listed contract length. Okay, uh, which basically meant that you had 18 months to get through, and at the end of that 18 months, assuming you didn't screw up before that, you would either go permanent or be released from your contract, right? At JP Morgan, it was sort of weird because you had a probation period with JP Morgan, but that did not mean you went permanent. That meant that, actually, I'm not really sure what that even meant because it was sort of moot, you know? I'm not, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess, I guess what they set that up for is just don't count, don't count on staying past 90 days because um, it's a little bit asinine if you think about it. And in fact, they let my training class go not like a week or two after that 90-day probation period. So, um, but that's not even the what I'm trying to get at. The reason I'm mentioning that stuff is um, because you don't know what to do with your money. We all want to do things with our money, okay? We want to save some of it. Some of us want to get some things. Some of us need to get some things, like a new car or something like that, or a new to us car. A used car would be a better, I could use one of those. I'm driving around in a really reliable car right now, but it is 34 years old. Okay. Um, But like I mentioned in my other video, you could literally wake up in the morning or afternoon, whenever you usually go in for your shift, get online, check your email, and there can be an email in your email that says assignment status. And you go to it, and it's like, unfortunately, we're going to have to end your assignment due to low work volume. Thanks for all your help. Please don't come back to the site. Now, if you've been prepared for this and you've just been saving your money for rent the whole time because, you figured the job was going to go away in 90 days, and that's when most of these have gone away, it's about the 90-day mark. You it just gets like you can't do it. Like all you can really do with your money is just put it away, because again, you could literally wake up tomorrow and it could be gone. The job could just be gone. Then you have, probably it's going to be months before they get you another assignment. Weeks, potentially it could be months. I would certainly count on it being months before you start. Okay? So, I mean, that's if you want to get into another temp thing. I mean, but the point is, it's like you're just earning money to kind of take care of some of your immediate bills and then take care of bills between assignments. It's literally like you're just getting sort of limped along, because if you go and spend like $1,000 on something, and the job disappears next week or whatever, that you haven't made a very good choice there. But at the same time, you've been busting your ass at a warehouse for a couple of weeks. If you want to get a new bicycle, or you should be able to reward yourself for hard work. But it just never feels like you can do that effectively with the temp assignment. Now, I looked it up, and according to the Brave search engines, AI, whatever it's called, it says that 30 to 60% of people in training classes wind up going permanent, and I just think that that's complete horseshit. It's definitely not 60. Even if it was 30, that means in a 10-person training class, 7 people are going home. Just most people do not, past the first round of hiring, do not go permanent. Most people don't. And again, if you do, it will probably take like years, and you will not be able to screw up for years. You will have to have the whole time been above metrics, because those are the only people they're going to keep. So you're gonna have to have been, and at least in most states, once you go permanent, it's not like they can't just fire you anytime for anything anyway, if you're in a will hire state. But there is a little bit more of a sense of security with the getting a normal job without the temp agency, going through your probation and moving permanent. I mean, at least you kind of know where you stand, right? Like, I've gotten through my probation, I'm doing all right. All I have to do is just come to work every day, be on the straight and narrow, do what they need me to do. Now, those things aren't always easy to do. If you have respect for yourself, that's not always easy to do, but that's another video, I guess. But it's just it just seems like the temp thing is getting to be a little more popular, and until you go permanent, you have no idea where you stand. Um, and at most places, the temp employees are treated sort of like second class, like we're not going to see you in 3 months anyway, kind of citizens. You know, again, if you're at a place that's been using temp workers to fill spots for like years at this point, very few people are going permanent. Probably one or two people per training class of say 10 or 13. Um, they got all their permanent people the first or second rounds of hiring. You know, those are the people who they'll have been there the longest through 10. You know, they're the one that the first people that get hired there are going to be the ones to move into the company and succeed first, and it sort of flows downhill. And again, that's if they haven't already loaded the place up with employees from other states, because they do that a lot too. My supervisor was from Vegas. He was from the the company's location in Vegas, and he'd been there a long time, like 6 years or something like that. So, I mean, probably had literally worked there since he was in high school or something like that. So, I mean, you usually, if you're getting hired months or a year in, they've already. You would have to be an extremely stellar employee to get moved to permanent. Um, but I think that's not. I don't necessarily. It is a little bit stressful. I was gonna say I'm not sure it's necessarily stressful. It's just frustrating, but it is stressful because, again, like what do I do for Christmas? Like the past couple of Christmases, I've been on temp assignments, and it's like I'm gonna get my parents something, and maybe my brother, and you know, this past year I didn't get my brother anything. Um, of course, at the same time, I'm fine not getting anything, also. But point is that temp agencies and employment agencies are a very good way to kind of get your foot in the door. They are a very good way to be able to get experience doing a lot of different things for at least a few months. But at the same time, um, it's very stressful just going to work every day because you're not sure if you're going to. Um, and I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. Thank you for sticking to the end of the video if you did. Please consider liking and subscribing. I'm always trying to grow my channel. I have less than 200 subscribers after 20 years, which is, you know, not great. But I've never been very good at promoting myself, so that's that. Anyway, all, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Going on running, signing out.